The colony is looking pretty holy, but not the praise the Lord type, just actual holes. So I think for today we should maybe look into upgrading some of these outer skirt buildings just to fill in these holes. The builders are working on level 4 upgrades to their own builders' huts at the moment, which will be grand in a few different ways. Firstly, because we can then start upgrading other buildings to level 4, and secondly, because the builders should then be able to construct other buildings a lot faster. And thirdly, well, then we only have one more level to go before we have completely maxed out builders. We do have quite a lot of requests on the open request list, which we will need to fulfill for them, so let's get our asses to the appropriate builds to teach them some recipes. The less I have to do, the better. We are getting to the point in these buildings where acacia wood is going to become a lot more prevalent, and could we not? So let's then quickly teach the acacia wood recipe here to the sawmill, and although we do have a forester build within the hive somewhere, I don't think we actually have a worker in it at the moment, purely because we are at a lack of workers overall. Yes, we do have a forester's hut and it's already up to the level 3 mark, but sadly just no worker for it. I think we should also have a tree farm somewhere around here as well, if I recall. Or maybe not, I can't see one at the moment. So that is something else that we will need to place in at some point. At least we have some botany pots growing us some wood at the moment. Or bonsai pots, whatever they are called, same function. And it looks as if some of our ore trees have now grown here as well, which is good. So this is coal, which I will stick the logs into a furnace to melt down. I see our gold ones have sprouted out here as well. And is that diamond at the back? Yes, indeed it is. Okay, quite a lot has grown here actually, which is really nice. Maybe we should get up the forester's hut so that they can come out and start chopping these trees for us. Quartz as well. Brilliant. We got 5 diamond tree logs from that, so I will put them into the furnace and let them smelt down. As for the coal, they actually gave us out blocks of coal. Oh, holy crap, that's a bit OP. Just regular diamonds though, from the diamond tree ore, but that's still easy diamonds for us. The only issue that I have at the moment is having to recreate these saplings just to go back and replant them. But for free ores, well, I suppose I really shouldn't complain too much. I believe that most of the blocks on the list are either taught to the stonemason or to the blacksmith build. Yup, pretty much, apart from the polished granite block, which would be taught to the stonemason, but this is already full of recipes, and the block itself is actually for a stonemason upgrade. We do have plenty of granite within our storage, so I will just take a few out, not dirt, and at least that will then be the polished granite required for the upgrade. As we fulfill these requests, I see that we are getting more of them onto the open request list. The honey block is an item which we will need to teach to the mechanic build, which we are still waiting on research for that. In order for us to smelt cobblestone to stone, we will require a stone smeltery build, which is again some research. The banners here, however, and the spruce trapdoor, well, that should be a Fletcher and sawmill recipe. I believe I see the Fletcher just behind here actually, so yep, let's quickly go teach them some banner recipes. Although in saying that, I will still need to supply them with the wool type colours that they are going to require for the banners, but this is at least one step towards automating them. I do have a very crude sheep shearer up here, and we do have quite a bit of wool within it at least. Just really the dyes that we need now, of which the blue dye will not be an issue. The green dye might possibly be an issue because we will require some cacti to smelt those down. Is there any deserts near us? No, not really, unfortunately. Although I do recall seeing a desert when we were out travelling. Oh look, I found plum. Interesting. Yes, I did recall that we had visited a desert once before. We even have a way stone out to this. Okay, so here's our cacti at least. So what else are we missing then from the list? Just some light grey wool and an anvil by the looks of it, which they are both going to be easily sorted at least. That's now everything off of the request list, so our builders should be fine with just getting on with their upgrades. And in fact, I believe that Emery is just about to wrap up with the stonemason's upgrade. Yup. And they have now moved on to upgrade their own builder's hut to level 4. Even better. I do want to check in on our current population amount, which can't be that many actually. We have 15 of 18 citizens within the colony at the moment, so that is room for another 3 idiots that we could recruit. I believe that we do have a tavern build just above us. Oh, this doesn't seem right. Okay, I will keep an eye on that, but I definitely don't think that should have been closed over there. Anyway, there is a tavern build just right here actually, and we are not going to be recruiting legend anytime soon. That is way too expensive. Oh, and I didn't know that you were sick there, Emery. Well, you get better and get down there to upgrading your hut. Raylin here is relatively cheap, just requiring 30 lapis. Yeah, let's go recruit you. Alright then, well, welcome in, Raylin. Go pick up a job somewhere. We have another potential candidate here for 25 gold ingots, which I think we should be able to manage. That is 2 of 3 new idiots, 1 more to go, and hopefully that's a few other buildings then sorted for us. George for 18 nether quartz. Absolutely. So that is now 18 of 18 citizens, but to get more, we will need some more housing. And I think everyone has taken up a job. Well, clearly not. Let's set that from manual to automatic and see what those idiots pick up. Well, we have a new courier, which is good. As for the other 2, I'm sure we will find them out in time. I seen that Onyx is nearly complete with the level 4 upgrade to his own builder's hut. And yes, I will need to destroy these blocks here for easy access. All he is waiting in on at the moment is a architect's cutter, which should be in progress from the blacksmith. You know what, actually, I've got a spare one just here, so here, you take this. So that is now Onyx 100% supplied and just about 1/3 of the way complete with it. And it seems to be the same story for Cody and his upgrade. This is a lot darker in here with the acacia wood, but that's good. That's a sign of progress. All he is doing now is placing in the flags, the banners, and then some torches, and that's him going to be done. Which, you know what, chap, just take a few of my torches, let's get this flagging off as complete. And there it is. Excellent. I think I will maybe just plug this up though. And seeing as you're now no longer busy here, Cody, let's change that and actually upgrade some of these other buildings here, just to get rid of so many of these large holes. So we'll start off with the town hall upgrade, which I'm sure is going to be substantial. And I think this is a level 2 or level 3 upgrade that it's getting. Usually quite difficult to tell with the town hall, but that's now set for Cody, and he has indeed picked it up. And that was Onyx also just finishing up with his level 4 builder's hut. Perfect. So let's also get him coming out and upgrading another building around here. Again, just to close off these gaps. How about the apiary then? It's a big build and only level 1. Yeah, let's get this up to level 2 then. We have a lot more items now on the open request list, which of course we will need to go fulfill for these idiots. A few of them for the stonemason and a few of them for the sawmill here, so that's not too bad. Which that has taken a lot of them off of the list. Just the usual suspects that we will need to get. And that's once again everything off of the request system. And even Emery is just about to wrap up with her level 4 upgrade. Good stuff. So let's get Emery then onto a rather big project. Let's get her upgrading our warehouse. It is only to level 2, but this is a huge building after all, so I'm sure there will be quite a lot to it. Onyx is 20%-ish done with the apiary, and yep, still a lot of blocks required for it. I think we will just wait on him requesting any of those blocks before trying to fulfill it for him, but he's doing an alright-ish job so far. Cody now has over 50% of the items required for the level 2 town hall upgrade, and that is the miner's hut, so not sure how well he's really doing with it. He is also 20% done with this as well, so they're pretty much making progress at the same speed here. Whereas with Emery and the level 2 upgrade to the warehouse, well, she's already 70% supplied for this. This was clearly not a big upgrade as I thought it was going to be, unless she had a lot of these items already in her storage. But they are all doing a fantastic job with it at least. I think that's it just become nighttime, so let's quickly head to bed. And just like that, there's a whole host of new items on the list for us to fulfill. Mainly glass to be fair, which means we will need a little bit of sand. We required some bamboo to make some scaffolding, and I forgot we had some growing here. Then right behind it I had noticed we'd already collected some cacti. So that trip out earlier for some was definitely pointless. I have supplied Onyx with all of the flowers that he is going to require for the apiary upgrade, and we are now just over 40% done with it. These walls are certainly getting higher, which is nice. Onyx is basically just awaiting in on a few more deliveries of oak planks alongside some other garbage, and that's him going to be done with the level 2 upgrade to the apiary. And it's a similar story with Cody and the town hall upgrade. He is basically just awaiting in some more oak planks and oak stairs for it. Which, if all they are awaiting in on at the moment are some oak planks, and we have plenty of oak logs within our storage, I will very quickly make them up here just to speed this process up. There we are, oak planks for absolute days, and that should hopefully propel them a little bit further forward. How are we getting on here then, Emery? 88% supplied, just 1/3 of the way done with it. She is basically just awaiting in on some spruce at the moment, which we don't have that much of the stuff in the colony. We do grow it somewhere out here, so I will chop it down and supply them with those fences. And that's our researchers just made their conclusions about the flint stones, which is our stone smeltery. Interesting. And the hut itself can be crafted pretty simply. This is a single level and single cell structure, so that will fit in pretty much anywhere actually. We have some space beside the actual smeltery, so let's see if we can fit it somewhere over here. So once I can make my way over to the block, we will set it for construction, and that's then going to be our stone smeltery sorted for us. And now that we have that research complete, that has unlocked another research slot for us, so let's maybe look into getting the glassblower next, which is the research here, and we have everything for it. So in just over an hour's time, we will unlock our glassblower's hut, and in just over 15 minutes time, we will unlock our mechanic's hut, which pretty much then finalizes our automation for the colony, at least metal, wood and stone wise. Well, that is the warehouse nearly complete here. We are just putting in the final torches and lanterns, then it will be up to the level 2 mark. And once again, it is pretty much the same story for the town hall upgrade. The walls are now up. He's just got a few more torches and glass blocks to place in. So all that remains then is the apiary build, and yep, we can already see how much of a difference this has made to it. But there we are then, our new level 2 warehouse, followed shortly afterwards by our level 2 town hall, and finally the level 2 apiary. Excellent. No more holes.